कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. In the words of the great Rajdeep Sardesai, happy Wednesday. I've been reading his stuff online. He always begins with happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday. There's nothing is more irritating than someone saying happy day to you. Because there's a good chance that 75% think the day sucks already. And the first thing they read is happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday. Of course, the day is wrong also sometimes, depending if you're traveling. But let me introduce our lovely panel today. And I mean lovely because we've got two pretty girls and a pretty boy. Should we start with the pretty boy who's wearing part Kanjivaram sari? We don't know what it is. Who did you try to molest down south, and how did you get this outfit, Shreyas?
This is my palm reader outfit. So whenever I wear this, I'm not.
You still think that people are interested in your palm reading?
I think so.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I think they're not. That's why I'm trying to.
We'll give it a go. You're right. Why? Because if you keep going, maybe at some point people will say, okay, enough, let him read the damn palm.
See, for how many episodes have you been doing this podcast? We're reaching the 1,000. So
my therapist said never count. Okay, because the depression will continue. So I have not looked back ever. But can I quickly, because there are two ladies here, for rare that we have two. We have a quota system. One female we have to put in, or one guy who's slightly, I don't want to bring Navin's name into it, but generally we never get 50%. 50% is parity. That's what the world needs.
You haven't let them talk yet. What
No.
does that say?
Hey, come on, it's a man. No, I'm kidding. So Niveditha, of course, our regular, is with us. Also wearing the shirt on the shirt concept.
Yeah.
I feel left out. I'm the only one who doesn't do it. Almost 50% of the panelists do this double clothes thing. Why?
It's skinny people fashion.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
It's
That
so
makes
that it-
sense.
yeah.
So skinny people
Layered
want to look
clothing.
bigger. Fatty people want to look skinnier. The world really sucks. Nobody wants to just look normal, like whatever they are, for some reason. Which brings us to Devika. And Devika Manjrekar is back after maybe 3 years, I think.
Yes.
3 or 4 years. She's pretending to remember. She can't remember, neither can I, because who cares? She's a chef extraordinaire. She had started a lovely pop-up, and then, of course, the pandemic hit at some point. But now, apparently, she's grown a lot and got 12 restaurants. By the way, this young Mano, by the way, they're both Maharashtrians, so we can get a match here.
Wow.
We can get a match here right now.
A match.
And when I tell you who she is,
first
first let me tell you who she is in antecedents, because you probably haven't heard. And I've been told not to mention Sanjay Manjrekar. So I said, okay, because as a contrarian personality, when Sparsh sends me a message, Niveditha saying, do not talk about her father, Sanjay Manjrekar, I have to talk. We never do that to a contrarian personality. It irritates us so much. It is.
Before we go into that, can I talk about an epidemic that urgently needs to be talked about that
May
has
I-
taken the
you
city
want to
by
interrupt the
storm?
Manjrekar antecedents from a cricket-loving, crazy man like me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're stupid. Okay, go
As
ahead.
the co-host, I thought I had those.
Oh, you are
powers,
the
no?
co-host.
I am the
You're the
co-host.
co-host.
Correct.
Yeah.
So please respect me. An
This is what
epidemic.
all the co-hosts say.
Whoa.
This is a disclaimer on every show. Please respect me. Bolo, sir.
There is an epidemic that has taken
The monkey
this
thing.
city by storm. I'm not talking about the monkey thing.
The VIPs on chairs.
People have stopped going to work. People have stopped doing what they want to do.
It's a
All they are
massive
doing,
setup. Massive
all
setup
they
for
are
the punch,
doing-
Niveditha. I'm waiting.
all they are doing is ordering from Toast Pasta and ordering from Toast Donut Shop. That's all they are doing.
Wow! What a
It's,
setup!
oh wow!
Wait,
It's
wait.
there.
What a setup!
Oh,
Boss, you're the best
beautiful.
host ever.
What can
because
I say?
because I thought you were going somewhere else with some stupid palm reading, crappy joke.
I didn't expect
Straight
this.
from the high hills of Nagpur comes this joke. No,
This
it
is
was
my favorite promotion of all
is.
time.
because none of us, he caught us all on the back foot here, to use more cricketing parlance. And I hope you can see it. Am I holding it correctly? They're saying flip it around. It's how you talk to your grandfather. Oh,
wow.
and it's leaking on my hand because and it's now leaking on the material here. And I've been given tissue. So all this is live. This is real action-packed episode.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, Devika, see what you've done. Oh, you destroyed the
I
studio without lifting your
Oh, I have
hand.
ants. I love this.
And
Is
now
that
my-
caramel?
It's spelling off, I don't know what. Pesto,
good.
pesto.
Oh, it's savory.
Coffee.
Oh, it's
Coffee.
coffee.
Tiramisu. I told him this.
Oh, tiramisu.
Oh.
Correct.
It's just the box that said
Tiramisu. I
pasta,
just
so you
wanted
got
to know
thrown
what
off.
food there was
Okay,
inside.
who says that Sparsh has not got a good life? You can lick this.
You.
All right, let's get back to Devika quickly. So tell us now what's been happening. Tell us about the toast. Where's the branding? Can we get the clean branding one? I'll put it up.
I'm
I'll
just
try and do it.
afraid, like, because both are the same thing, so the other box might also leak. So
No,
will
but
you
this
give
time I
me-
know. Na, they made me turn it like a clock. I was okay. I just held it upside down. It's when I turned it like a clock that it leaked. Thank you, beta. toast, pasta, bar, gingerly he picks it up like it's fire
that-
now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay, and it's in Kamla Mills, which is close to
Yes.
where I do a little bit of my work, and also the hub in our area where we come from.
Oh, sweet.
I think you're a Prabha Devi girl yourself, so it's a
Yes.
hop and a skip for her.
Yeah.
You are from Nagpur, so it doesn't matter for you. Once you're here, what does it matter? And you are from Kenya. Huh?
What? Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
random. Why'd you bring
No,
that
it's-
up all of a sudden?
What?
He's just measuring distances from here to where we are from.
Why isn't she? Why did she take offense about being from Kenya? It's such a nice country. I love Kenya. I told you.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
you
have
didn't
you
like
been-
it.
No, I liked it so much. That's why I keep
I like
talking
the
about
people. I
it.
thought they were really
People
nice.
get mad at me for speaking about it all the time. They're like, "Niveditha, why can't you just like stop about the
Why?
Kenya?"
But why?
I know. Why
Not
would
like
I
a-
do that? It's
Not like a
amazing.
negative. It's a
I love it.
positive.
How long did you live there for?
I lived there until I was 10.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
11, around 11.
She
yeah.
discovered Zimbabwe. It wasn't. Nobody knew about it
It
till
was
then.
me, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Devika, tell us about the whole
Yes.
thing now. So let's just go back a bit. So we only knew we were doing these pop-ups. It was
Yeah.
doing well.
Yeah.
And then what happened? The epidemic hit as a
Yes.
restaurateur, as a chef.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, fortunately, the pandemic has worked well in my favor, which
Sweet.
is
So what
Touch
you're saying
wood.
is thank God for the pandemic. Let's be
Yes.
clear. Let's be
Yes.
clear here. We are
Yes.
grateful. Give us one more.
yes. So we opened a toast donut shop, which happened in the pandemic, and people were just sitting at home ordering insane amounts of donuts, and it kind of like took off from there. And then we used to sell out like every week, and it was kind
Wow.
of intense. Like it was.
You know,
'cause-
my problem with donuts is because I have this blood sugar problem.
Hmm.
It's like French fries. Donuts and French fries are the kind of things that if you're near them, you
Yeah.
can't not
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah.
them.
This
You know,
is
that's
true.
the
Correct.
problem.
I don't have them though on a daily basis,
Really?
which is great self-control. I think.
Oh.
I think so.
Wow.
But tell
Is
me,
it because
how
you
do you
make them? Does
I-
that stop you from
Technically, I don't physically make them anymore because we hired like people to help us.
Wow,
with the
what a
thing.
slap,
God.
man. That
So-
was a slap I felt. You moron. I'm good in the kitchen.
No, I mean because she's made them so much in her life.
No, that is a very fair. Like I don't eat the food
You
at the
taste it?
restaurant where
Would you want no? Oh, that's a good point.
Your
Because,
own
because
food.
if it's rice or something you taste a little bit, it'll be not so bad.
Yeah.
You're tasting dough. What is donut made of? What is it?
Dough.
Bread,
Dough and
right?
nuts.
Bread.
That's the two ingredients.
Well done,
Thank
Manohar.
you.
For a restaurateur from
That's
Canada.
it.
Yeah. So biting into it would be ridiculous. 10, 12, 15 of them. That's 6 donuts already.
Yeah, no, I don't taste them anymore. Like I do, like we all of us taste some,
Okay.
so because it's too
Because
much otherwise,
that's
and because they're filled donuts, so
Oh.
What are they
um,
filled with?
Manohar made a
various-
sexual sound when you
we're
said
just
filled donuts.
filled.
You're just making us
Did you-
hungry
Did
early
you,
in the
did you hear
morning
the
now.
sound that's, can you give us early Kishori Amonkar just to start the mood?
The
Yeah, I'm sure Devika will love it.
this is an on. I've tasted your donut once, and what it made me feel, I can't even put it in words.
No, you can't.
I'm an English major, a creative writing major, a writer by profession, but I
a
could not
musician
put it
at
in
heart.
words.
Yeah.
Music is the only thing that does justice to it. So here, how the donut was. Is what I felt, which I also
You
feel.
take this you put in your Insta, and you say, just look at the success of this. That you made a musician. He's a Carnatic vocalist because of this. I mean, it's just amazing. How did we get this talent? Niv is not that happy with the performance.
I can't tell if he loves
He's done
it
this
or
before,
not.
and I don't know. I have my
You feel it's
reservations.
repetitive.
It's
I feel
quite-
these are new lyrics for me. I've never heard. This
Yeah, it's a
before.
new. It's something new I've been working
The
on.
Prakriti, no? The
That's
ancient-
what it's called.
Ancient
Correct.
language from
Correct, correct.
Beautiful. Right. So it worked in your favor.
Yes.
And but what are the different things we get? Let's just go through them because you've given us tiramisu. Where's my hamper?
So that's from the new restaurant, which is Toast Pasta Bar. So there are two things now
Okay.
since I met you last.
right.
Wow.
Let's understand. So the
Yeah.
first one,
Was pop-ups by Devika.
correct.
So that was really long ago.
Hmm.
Then when the pandemic hit, we started making donuts and they went really like insane.
Hmm.
So then we opened Toast Donut Shop, which is like a cute like bakery with donuts and a little like some eggs and sandwiches and stuff, which is also in Lower Perez.
So it's a physical shop where I can
Yes.
stand and eat also,
Yes,
not
yes,
just pick
yes.
and
Sit
go.
and eat
Nice.
Sit
also.
and eat. Sorry.
Yeah.
She looked at my age. Chacha ko bithana padega. Immediately she thought ahead. I respect that. Yeah. Great thing about Indians, the younger people always look at older people nicely, like the reverence. Then
Yeah, so that happened, and then I'm trained as a pastry chef, but I don't like pastry. Like I've done pastry and cuisine, but I like food more.
Oh,
So like this donuts was just an accident, and I was like, it's successful now, so we'll do it, but I don't
Sweet.
enjoy it.
what kind of? I mean, this is real comedy. I'm trained as a pastry chef, but I don't like pastries. It's like I'm trained in medicine, but I can't stand helping people who are
No.
sick. You know?
So I'm trained in pastry and cuisine. I just don't enjoy doing pastry as much as I enjoy
Why?
cooking
As in
food.
the
It's just very like time consuming and scientific and annoying.
It's
Scientific.
monotonous. Is it monotonous?
Yeah,
to
it's
make
very
pastries?
repetitive and you weigh things and there's no like
and you think
Oh.
comedy sucks. Imagine pastry chef and you
Yeah.
weigh things all day. You have to
Yeah,
weigh
it's
this and have to
just
weigh
there's
that.
no like you can't just like chuck things in like you'd like to.
You could,
Like,
and then you can call it Bhelpuri.
yeah, it would suck and
Back
it would
in
mess
UP,
up
they
the
figured it out.
recipe.
जाने दो यार,
It's
एक
too
बोल,
technical.
dal,
Yeah.
फेंको.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a question. What was the what feedback on your donut was the one that
Hey, that sounds
convinced you
vulgar.
to what after the tasting menu that
Yeah.
that also sounds bad.
I don't know what
After
to do
one
with
of
this
the first
question.
things that you baked, what was the feedback, or what was like, was there a friend or a family member who ate it and was like, you have to start a place, or was it something you decided yourself?
So this might sound very like boastful, but I feel
This is the
like
place for that.
yeah.
Yes.
So I feel like if I like it, everyone will like it.
That's not
Right.
boastful.
Do you have a
Because
high
Very, very high. So I
Oh.
think usually that I suck only.
right?
So if I like the taste of this, then
Correct.
people
Yes,
It has
will
to
if
be.
like
only
it.
we did this with our comedy now. If we liked the joke ourselves, then we applied. We don't even bother. We should take a leaf from a book. Okay, so and the second one. So let's be clear. The
Yeah.
donut is one, and then the main
Yeah,
full-fledged restaurant.
yeah, which opened a month ago. So on the 24th of June.
Wow.
So it'll just be a month in 4 days.
25th is Paul
Ooh.
McCartney's birthday, so there's a
24th,
reason
but-
why. Yeah.
Damn.
But 24th.
History buff here.
There you
Wow.
go.
She has more to say.
Still alive, so not history. Sorry. What is the name of the restaurant?
Toast pasta bar. I just
Oh,
gave you the
right.
thing.
Toast pasta
So it's
bar.
both things are toast. One
Huh.
is donut shop. One is pasta
Now she's
bar.
talking to me like I'm 6. Have you noticed? With the hand gestures and the slow talk. Beta. And so what all, quick menu. Can we go to the menu vaguely?
For the pasta thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot of handmade pasta and Italian.
What does that mean? Like,
So it's
you make
fresh. It's not like dry.
You make it then and there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is it? I just come back from Spain because I'm rich.
Yeah.
And a couple of places we went to, my son is nuts about having salads and
Yeah.
watching me eat and all. They let you sort of make it yourself.
Okay. That I don't do.
Is that something that you think will work here?
It will work because people tell me what they want anyway. Like,
Indians.
I'd like pink sauce. I'd like
Really?
bell peppers and corn, and
Oh,
we're just
wow.
like no.
Oh, you say no?
We say no. First, we started off by doing like maybe we shouldn't, but then it just becomes like a shadi pasta.
Yeah.
counter.
No, yeah, I don't think people know what they want. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to a professional, shouldn't we just take whatever you're giving us?
Yeah, like-
that's what I would do.
like-
Absolutely.
Like, I have no idea about this. Please.
No, but in the
Give me
pasta
your
bar,
best.
salad bar thingy, it's a reverse buffet concept where it's
Correct.
there. She's not going to interfere. It's there. It's written. Don't be a moron. This is what you want. You take
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
and you move on.
That's
Here
fair
you're
enough.
irritating the staff and saying, boss, मेरे को-"
I
and
agree.
Indians. हल्का सा ये, फिर थोड़ा सा वो, फिर
Yeah.
इसका ऊपर ये, and I mean, you know how we are. Nobody gives a clean order
And
also.
Jen also. That's the main.
Oh, started the revolution.
That's the
That
main.
Jane you speak of is paying our bills. Probably 50% equity in your restaurant. So
Yeah.
be nice. Yeah.
So that they do. So it's called pasta bar, as in like where you, like cocktails and pasta type situations, not like a
Oh, fun.
yeah. So it's a proper restaurant.
Oh, hence
Wow.
bar.
Yeah.
I thought bar as in use the
It's
word
like a-
bar for the thing.
That's
you
why
know,
you were
like-
standing in your
Yeah.
vignette
yeah,
also.
that's exactly.
Yeah.
So very sharp.
What's your favorite dish from the restaurant?
So there's a
What's his name? Oh, sorry.
there's a pasta with a braised oxtail ragu. So it's 6 hours braised. in that
Oxtail.
bread. Yeah.
That's not the cow. That's the cousin of the cow.
That's the ox, but the tail of the ox.
The tail of the ox doesn't belong to the ox. He's
Correct.
taken it on barter.
Correct.
So those people who are not happy with this concept, just to tell them.
Yeah.
But this is a very refined taste, right? This is not for
Oh.
everyone.
No.
Do you have a market? Do people eat this?
Yes.
Shreyas, have you eaten oxtail?
No, I'm gonna come. Can
Tell
you
her
give
the
me
name
some
of your vegetarian restaurant in Nagpur.
actually, first, can I ask, can I get some paneer pasta if I come in the evening? Do you do that? No, I'm kidding. There's a restaurant called Vishnu Ji Ki Rasoi. Have you
Okay.
done research on it, or have I only done research on your restaurant? Like, does it go
I
the-
don't know.
The
which-
Manohar
That's fine,
family,
we'll
by the way, you all have a
forget
cricket connection. He is vaguely related to the Manohar, Shashank, yeah. So you know there you go. So there's of course you are the two lines of Manjrekar is another story, but you respect Manohar was an administrator and a fine one. But there is a connection. So that's something where they can appreciate each other. But he has a family business of 34 restaurants across
Ooh.
Asia, Toronto,
No.
Tel Aviv,
No.
and now
Tel
just
Aviv, you lost me at Tel Aviv.
Yeah,
I
but
was there.
Ukraine they
I-
just started. Ukraine.
It's
I-
called Vishnu Ji Ki Rasoi. It's a Maharashtrian Punjabi restaurant.
So
I just
so
go into
far-
plug mode.
So far, Yogi Adityanath is like rock on. No oxtail there. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, Oxtail there.
So that's actually quite a parallel. Do you have a restaurant in your family?
Absolutely not.
I'll
are
give you
not-
one. You can take one. You tell me which one you want. It's
You-
yours.
But you all don't have down south. You have something down south?
What do you?
Why do you think she can only operate restaurants in
No, for
down south?
family. Her family goes back to Tamil Nadu, so we need something in the area.
Oh, you want me to gift her a restaurant for her private usage and not to run?
She's a
That's
Bombay
what-
girl. She doesn't want your restaurant. She wants to give it to her people or her community or friends like that.
Why don't you let her decide what to do with
I
the
really
restaurant?
like this alternate career choice you guys have for me without me knowing
No,
what
it's
to
called
do
backup.
about it.
Don't you have a middle class family background like all of us? We grew up with backup.
You guys are not middle class,
Every-
Cyrus. Let's be
Every
honest
middle
here.
class is everybody except Ambani and Adani. Let me tell you. And the frank thing is, everybody's parent in the 80s and 90s would say backup. For backup, you have to study 3 things,
This
and then
is
you'll
true.
end up becoming a chef or something. That's good. Yeah, this is the way
Yeah, I
we brought up.
majored in literature and
There you go.
sociology
Oh,
There you
wow.
go.
Oh,
in Xavier's.
Yeah. And
Oh,
now she can't even have a conversation with a date because which idiot reads any literature today? Shreyas, can you tell Bernard Shaw from Praveen Shah?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Who that wins, right? They're the same person. I think that's a.
Same mother, different fathers.
That's what I've heard.
wow.
I've also heard from some sources that a person who has been very special in your life.
This is where we get creepy in this show.
This is really creepy. I'm just
Is
feeling
Chandler
uncomfortable
Bing?
without knowing.
You love
Is-
Chandler Bing, right?
Yes, I do. This we spoke about.
This you spoke
though.
about.
Oh, you spoke
Yeah.
about.
You listened to the podcast.
No, I didn't. Come
Oh.
on. You think
Would
I would
you
do
say
that
yes?
much research?
Would you say yes? It'd be nice, yeah.
Weren't you playing the character of
Why
Chandler?
would you bring
Exactly.
that up?
Is
What have I
that-
done to you?
Yeah.
In
Is-
the
One remark about the shirt and
I
you're
just
after me.
think you should do one of the lines from
Please.
Hello Friends.
Firstly, they're in Hindi and I can't remember them. And some of them are Hindi translated from the English, which is
Really?
really bad because literally they don't work.
Wow.
You can't literally translate sometimes. There's a sort of essence of in
Yeah.
language which you keep and then you. But the guy just sat and translated them. Like I'm here, मैं इधर हूँ. You don't actually say lines like that. I
But
don't-
That's
have you
true.
watched him play Chandler Bing?
No, I have not.
Oh, you have to.
Oh.
It's phenomenal.
no, listen. She helps you put food in, not throw food out. So try and understand the difference. Yeah. Okay. But I wanted to spot test just to irritate Sparsh who said don't mention the dad and all that. And because we are both
That's
crazy
not
about
the
cricket.
reason. You just want to do it. Like
Yeah.
it's not to
No,
annoy him.
I'm going to respect my 22-year-old boss. Okay, because young people run the world. So my 22 saal ka beta who's here, I have to respect him. So I'll not mention Sanjay Manjrekar. I'll go straight to Vijay, your grandfather.
Okay.
How many test matches? How many test centuries? Higher score. Give me these 3, which I knew from childhood because of
This
Indian
is,
male growing up.
I don't know any of these.
Okay, I'm telling you, so you never
love
make a
it.
mistake.
I love
55
that.
tests, highest 189 against England. I'm not sure. I think it was Delhi, but I'm not 100% sure. And 7 test centuries. Average just under 40. Double check and never forget at the end of the episode, I'm going to ask all of you. Vijay Manjrekar statistics. Sparsh,
I
you
forgot
also.
already. I don't remember.
what the hell? You go to Kenya for just 10 years and you decide you're turning your back on Indian culture. Unbelievable. Yeah. Okay, now we have to hand back the show to the one and only our co-host, Shreyas, who made it in time.
Yeah.
Thanks be to God.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Yes.
I think that's why they made me a co-host because they were like, you have to come on time.
You know,
then,
why?
right?
You know why, honestly? You're
Why?
the closest geographically to the studio in the entire panel of 30 people.
Right.
Closest.
Yeah, it's
And
walking
yet you
distance.
come late 4 times out of 5 and 22 seconds before the start of the show you landed.
But what makes you assume that I'm coming from home every time I'm
Where the hell will you come from? You
just some from places here and there.
like give me a dolphin visit. Gateway of
Some
India.
dolphin visits, sometimes from town, sometimes from
What are you doing in town?
just meeting some friends,
Who is this friend?
doing some writing projects.
What writing project? This is what you call it. A date is now a writing project.
It's not a date, it's a writing project.
Really?
Yeah.
She leaves you in the room alone with your pen
That's
every weekend. Super success. This is like that guy who drove you nuts. Who wrote the 1,000-page poem back in her college days. You remember that story? So she was, there was a guy who was crazy about her in college and wrote 1,000 pages of like an ode
Not
the
a
legacy
1,000
of
pages.
love
Really?
It was a few
in
hundred
Chase
pages.
Tamil. And it was
It was in
quite
Tamil.
beautiful. It was beautiful, like beautiful words.
Did
like
you read
romantic-
Yeah,
whole
like
thing?
like if you died and came back, I would still love you or something.
if you
so he's
died,
talking about you
Things
dying.
like that. Oh, absolutely. Me
A
being a
lot?
ghost.
Oh.
things
Yo,
like
is
that.
that what you get out of this love? He said, if you die and come back, I'll still love you. Like
Yeah.
a goddess, you're forever.
That's the
I
thing that
immediately,
stayed
I'm
with
falling
me,
in love
though.
with him when I listen to this poetry.
Made an impression for sure. Look, I remember that one line for a very long time because that's how
Did
much
you
I
read the whole
laughed
thing?
about it. I didn't read the whole thing. There was no time.
Oh, wow.
How could you read the whole thing?
Had
She
to give
doesn't
it
like
back
him.
to him.
If you don't like the guy, it's so embarrassing. You just go through it quickly and yeah, exactly. I
But it
mean,
was very feminine, the book. It was a pink book. And it had like
How
all the
mean.
drawings
so
and
you
everything
thought
on
this
the
gay
left
guy is
side.
in love with you
No,
against the
I didn't
run
say
of play.
gay.
That's what you're
I
insinuating.
said feminine.
Or he turned gay because of her. This happens a lot.
No, Cyrus, masculinity now is on a spectrum.
It
so
is.
you can
Gender
be
is a spectrum.
feminine
Yes.
Male,
male.
like Kunal.
You know, no one,
Sure.
you know what? No one ever brings it up when women are masculine.
Or
They like
tomboys,
it.
and they're heterosexual women who are tomboys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Like my
I
wife,
mean,
for God's sake, she shaves her legs. I don't shave my legs, but she should shave her legs. I mean, I shouldn't discuss this here, but it's true. Once you age, you'll understand.
you
Girls,
think you should
you're like young, legs get hairy for women. Have you not
They-
seen
they're
older women? Look at
always
your older
hairy.
relatives. Your older relatives, why do they wear longer skirts or saris and all that? Because the calves start getting hair.
and because they don't wear underwear.
That I haven't found out yet.
Cyrus,
My
one of
social
the
life
things-
isn't that bad, but
You're
One
such
of
a
the
soul.
reasons
You're
you
such-
have an inskirt is because women in those days didn't wear underwear.
in what days?
Like 50 years. Okay, not 50 years ago. 70 years ago.
Didn't
1950s.
wear underwear at all?
Not at all.
Wow, what a life.
That's what you have an
Imagine
insert
growing
for.
up with those girls in school. Hey, Reshma, what's up, yaar?
I think they started wearing underwear after Cyrus went to school. They were like, okay, we gotta protect, lock it down.
Or where the people like Shreyas and Cyrus were next to staircases looking up all the time.
hey,
You know, those
hey,
kind
why
of
are you saying
stories.
Shreyas and Cyrus? How am I in
Because
this?
you were banned in Nagpur, boss. Come on. Every girls' school, every convent school. Come on, for God's sake. This guy's a terrible man.
You know, in Nagpur, like the dating culture of schools was such that it just came to me. If for someone, person A liked person B, what do you do? In a normal situation, you maybe try and talk to them. You tell them, come to the canteen, let's get some coffee. In Nagpur, person A goes to person B, says, I love you. I don't know if this was like a small
This
town
is
thing.
all small towns.
All small town, no?
You
Yeah.
have
One
to
minute.
love
Your
the
opening line
person.
is I love you.
Opening line. You have never met the person.
Because
That's a lot of balls.
if you don't say I love you, then you don't have any character. What are you gonna do? Date this person and leave?
How
No,
can
no,
you
no.
say I love you first? You have to say
Yeah,
that later.
first. That's the first
But
move.
where do you go
No.
from there? What's your second line?
Then you get
I love
slapped.
you, but my mother doesn't like you, so
Yeah.
why? What? I don't know.
But do you actually love the person?
I
No,
don't
not
think
a-
it's. Again, I'm not doing this. I'm talking about the culture of
I
my
mean,
dating.
Devika, how can we answer this question? It's in that person's head.
No, I
Like-
think
like when they say it, do they think they love the person?
I think they can't separate between an infatuation,
no
a crush,
vocabulary
a
for a
attraction,
crush.
love. Huh?
Who can? Even now, when I find a girl I like, I mean, I don't know if I'm in love or whatever, you know. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. I have a question. When was the last time you fell in love?
7:15.
Who did you pass?
It's a girl called Neha. Not a girl, she's 45 years old. She's very spectacular looking.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, her hair was wet. I got a soft spot for wet hair, man. The rain had just.
I regret asking you that question. I'm sorry. I thought you'd give a joke answer, but you actually gave like a real
It's
answer.
not a joke answer or a real answer. It's just honesty. Honesty is always the best joke answer.
Was it 7:15 a.m.?
Yeah. I'm in the gym at 6:05. Illegally, by the way. It opens at 6:30. I had the key.
Oh.
That's jugaad, boss. Yeah.
He is a
lovely.
morning person.
Oh, I'm a 4:45 morning person.
Whoa.
Disgusting.
Disgusting. A lot of people have just turned off.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wait, talking about keys, I have a quick problem. If you guys could help
You
me
just
with
dropped
that.
something.
Yeah, no, it's unrelated
dropped
to
the
that.
show.
It's unrelated.
Yeah, go on.
Always been dropped. So I'm sure you have gone through situations where you have a key to your door, right? And your key gets lost sometimes,
Yeah.
or you get locked out.
But we all live with family. So there's a way in. Now, in your
That's
case,
true. In my case, there isn't. You have to get a key
Mrs.
guy.
Batliwala, your main landlady. Huh,
Yeah,
huh.
no, I have to call the key maker only.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
At 3 in the morning, what do you do?
At the last house party, someone got locked inside the room, and their stuff was inside the room, so we had to call a key maker. He came in at 3 a.m. Then straight back.
How do you get someone at 3 a.m.? Who's there?
I mean, there's just one guy who's always.
So he's not a key maker.
He is a key maker only. He's not some random guy coming and
He's
like
a local
making it-
chore or something. Who's awake at 3 a.m. to go and bloody open a door?
That's a good point.
Yeah, how do you're lying to me?
No, I'm not.
About Neha, I told the truth, and this is what I did. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I want perestroika and glasnost. I
But
want openness and restructuring here.
I'll tell you the problem.
Oh.
Okay, the problem is this is my key right now.
Oh.
3/4 of my key is inside the door.
You
It's
broke it yourself with your hands.
I broke it
I think
myself with
Devika's
my
moving
hand.
a
What do
chair
you-
away from him. She now knows he's weird. One thing that in Nagpur we say, I love you
She
first.
knows
That's okay.
everybody
We
here is
digested that.
weird.
But he's showing half a key proudly. And he just walked out with half
See,
a key.
I feel that when things happen, there are signs from the universe. So I'm just trying to figure out what sign is this. So if
So now
you
how are
see-
you going to open the door?
No, now the door is always open, so I have to go through the back door.
But what's the point of half a key anyway?
No, I just used it as a prop for this
Oh,
episode.
okay, it's just a
yeah.
setup for the joke.
Yeah, there's nothing. This has no use at all. It's just-
We'll call the show the joke that wasn't. We do a lot of setup, but it doesn't happen. Just it do so much hard work is put in. Devika, please interrupt anytime you want to. Huh? Any statistic from Doughnuts that impress this guy? But you're in charge of the show, and you're not on one topic. It's 10:26, 27 minutes.
Yes, it's time to get to the topics, friends.
Is it?
It's time
Is
to get to the
it?
topics.
Wow, finally.
When you hear friends, and it's not the American sitcom, it's a college play in India. So that's how you introduce people. Hello, friends. All across North, South, East, West, we all say hello, friends. Hello, friends. Our friends, bolo.
In Japan, what we are seeing is there are sleep pods being used, and they are office workers are being encouraged to use sleep pods to take naps.
But they've been doing that
during
for
work.
years now.
Uh,
You Google this when?
No, it is one of the new topics now.
So you want to blame somebody else? This is your chance. Pull your key out of the lock and get into it. Yeah.
Oh no, I don't think they had it in their offices, sleep pods. I think they had it outside.
As
People
options.
used to go, yeah,
Hotels,
yeah.
which
I
is
don't
really
think they had it
small,
within.
basically a suitcase to sleep in.
And the reason given
So
for
now,
that is
now
that
they're giving them naps in the middle. Is that what you're talking
yeah,
about?
the reason is that like it's almost being done as like an act of generosity.
Yeah, legal
That
naps.
You do
Yeah.
so much work. You are
Yeah, yeah.
so. But I think the problem is
We've
that too much
done it
work
for
is
years.
happening.
We've done
Yeah.
it for years.
Yeah.
People napping on the job in India. Come on, it's nothing new for us.
Can
Yeah.
you do you ever go to sleep in the kitchen? No, you can't. There's no
Possibly
margin for
wherever
that.
there's fire.
That's
not
what
the
it
best
means.
idea.
No, I
That's
just-
what it means to be passionate about your job.
I just don't
you
think
don't
I would be able to go to sleep at work.
right.
Like if I'm not working from home, obviously, which I'm not.
Correct.
So like
Correct.
I don't think I'd be able to just sleep, then wake up, then continue.
I have a
Right.
confession. 1 out of
No.
4 guests on this show fall asleep. Always.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Be honest.
Like,
Like, I've
on-
never
on
fallen
the show?
asleep on this show, which is like
Always.
a big deal for me because
This
I
is a
fall
lie.
asleep.
No, it's just so boring.
I've
You have
never
no idea.
seen it.
A lot of people have.
I've seen
issues.
people zone out. I've done it myself.
Oh, that's just being in class again, right?
Oh,
You
yeah,
look
yeah,
blankly at the teacher and you nod. You always nod. I used to, if the teacher makes eye contact, you sort of nod so they
Yeah.
know you're in it. We have no idea
Mhm.
because you're never in it. Yeah. I mean, who could be in it? It's so boring, those lectures.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not.
But I
discuss
think this
that.
whole installing a sleep pod, it's a scam because they just
no.
want to make you work more. Imagine
For
it's
sure.
Not
just
for Japan.
yeah.
Japan, it's a crisis because they actually overwork themselves. There are people like that, not people like Indians. at
that's
film
why
sets.
they don't
Yeah.
have that's why they have like a dwindling population where
Yeah.
like they need more babies now.
Yeah.
No, whatever. I've been to Japan only once, but whatever interactions I had in those 3 days, they seem to be very sincere and straight up. That's why I
Mm.
love their culture. Like what
Mm.
they say is what they mean.
Yeah.
It's so different from us. So if they say they're doing something, they do it exactly that way at exactly that time and for exactly that much effort and whatever. So I think the government finally decided that they're like robots now. We've got to do something. So they've just pushed them into let's take leisure
Wow.
time. They force leisure
And that's
time.
like what a 30-minute nap during your workday. How's that gonna help
Not
anyone?
even 30. I think even 10, 5 minute
10,
naps.
5.
Yeah.
We need to like follow the Scandinavian countries and
A
make
lot of
it
people
4-day
listening to the
work
program
weeks
are
and
right
things
now
like
doing the
that.
same thing. 10 to 15 minutes. They come back for the AMAs when you mention their names. Egotistical. Say their name and then say, yeah, I said my name. Yeah, happens. Immediately. Great topic, bro. Great topic.
Thank you.
Next from Japan, let's go to Cuba or something. Something different.
Okay, I think we can all take credit in this one. This is a victory for us. Gautam Adani just became the 4th richest person, surpassed Bill Gates. Do you also
So should it call for a World Cup level celebration in your mind?
um
Or PT Usha bronze or, she didn't get the bronze. She got 4th place. Who got 4th place recently in the last Olympics? We had one. Oh, the hockey team.
hockey team?
Girls hockey. And
Girls hockey
You and I follow
You
the
and I
girls hockey
follow,
team.
yes.
And not because of their skirts and clothing and all that. Don't you get sexist with me?
Correct.
Right.
But he's the 4th richest person.
But where's the celebration? I don't see these two girls showing any love.
we have to I mean, for a second we have to consider whether we are celebrating him being the richest or whether we are celebrating the inequality in this country. You know?
That we're okay with now.
Okay,
It's too
all
late.
right. That's cool then.
Yeah.
Then we can move
What
on.
can you do?
Do you use Adani electricity?
I don't know. He hasn't told me.
But like, do you? What's the electricity you get at?
Bro,
your house?
I'm in my house. I'm the only one who doesn't know what's going on. All I do is say, Mom, why is the lights gone? That's it.
He's not the guy that pays the bills. Basically,
No, I pay
someone
the
else.
bills. I just don't know how anything operates. It's very embarrassing, honestly, especially when vendors ask me questions thinking that I'm the male in the family. And I'm so not the male in the family. You have no idea. I'm like the last guy in Devika will understand. I'm like a third man in cricketing terms, you know. I'm fielding
Why
there.
will
I have no
not
idea what's going
understand?
Devika hates cricket. When you grow up in a culture like that, you either love it or you hate it, right? So apparently she doesn't like it. You really
more
not
than
like it?
more than hate is just indifference.
It's-
I
yeah.
don't care
You can't
about
take it anymore. You're bored.
I-
Yeah.
It's any sport.
Why take it on other sports?
Disinterested.
I just-
That's
I
like
just
you hate
don't-
all the kids because one kid has
I
green
just
eyes.
don't like sports.
How sad.
Hmm.
I don't like watching.
Were you
I
forced
don't like
to watch
playing.
it as a kid though in your
Mm,
house?
never.
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 I just God, that
So
was the only
I,
thing that
I,
would
I don't know
play.
how much you know about cricket, but her family is one of the blue-blooded
I
families
know.
of Indian cricket.
Yep.
Her grandfather was a super legend. Her dad, one of the best batsmen. Okay, he's not been given his due, but he's made all fantastic centuries in tough conditions abroad, which only real connoisseurs will know. And the funny part, and of course, commentator, etc. etc. And the funny part is, anybody else would kill for this family. I would think, coming from where we come from as cricket lovers. You can ask Mr. Manohar here.
Yeah.
But it's amazing how I meet so many people and they don't love the culture as much as we love the culture from outside. It's amazing. It's
it
I also
offensive?
think it would be a little weird if I was like,
I'm his biggest fan.
Yeah.
it wouldn't. There are.
I don't
My
know.
family is the
Yeah.
best.
You like ask him for an autograph on his
Like,
poster.
well,
You're like, I
like,
can
it's
have it.
so
in my
great.
room.
Yeah.
Imagine Devika coming here and being like, "I'm so sorry for the rest of you."
Yeah.
But
What did your grandpa do?
I got to, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh God, what is my grandpa's name? Just Google.
Wait, was that a
No, don't kill.
No, that
ours,
was
is
a
a,
mosquito.
ours is a Jain show. We don't kill anyone.
don't kill.
No, we don't kill.
Okay.
So if you, now
Talking
just
about mosquitoes-
pretend to let it go, even if you have killed.
I'll let it.
Oh, there you go. Was
Whoa.
that big, huh?
Yeah,
Segue.
it was big. But
Next topic.
I mean, this organically just reminds me of how recently in an investigation,
Yeah.
a burglar was found out
Right.
by using
Uh.
dead mosquitoes. So non-Jain household, we
See,
know.
we're all happy with the organically forced segue. So we don't listen to the subject. No one cares about the subject now.
Like I was working on this show. I was only
No,
working on
you were
second.
working. You were working less on this show than on your own show. And you know you don't work on that also. So come on.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I work
You
on.
do work on?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, our show that didn't fall through. That's why.
Our show's a work in progress, bro.
It's a work in
Ours is like the
progress.
Maharashtra government. We just don't know what's happening. Okay? Just give us some time. Uh, so what is the point?
The point is that this happened. This is where we are, where mosquitoes are also being used in investigations. And dead mosquito, like a burglar came. I think it was the same burglar who's my keymaker. We don't know yet. He came, he robbed the place, he went away.
Sounds like Caesar.
He stayed in the house. I read this article. He stayed. He like ate their food,
Oh, good. I
slept
didn't.
in their
Yeah,
bed,
that's good.
and everything.
You make a much better co-host. Carry on. It's so interesting.
And then he left. But these guys came to the place and they saw the house was newly painted, but there were 2 mosquitoes that were dead on the wall. So they took the blood from the mosquito and found this guy's DNA and caught him.
Wow. So female mosquitoes, because they only bite. The
Yeah,
male mosquitoes useless.
basically.
Male mosquitoes like me. You know, honestly, can do nothing. The females, damn tough. So they got it. The mosquito is the key.
Mosquito is the key that's
Wow.
broken sometimes.
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah.
I thought you could. Yeah. But you know, so be very careful what pets you keep at home. Also, I suppose that's the moral of the story.
You think you have dogs as pets, right? Pets, right?
Yeah, a little bigger than mosquitoes. Yeah,
But you think you
cheaper
can,
option would have been the mosquito. Now I regret it.
you think if you come across a mosquito that has just the best personality, you know, that like is always playing with you, you
See,
think
I'll tell you my problem. It's like racism. I don't like selective loving in insects. Okay, why should you hate the cockroach and the mosquito only? You know, I don't get that. And then you're okay with the butterfly.
right?
I feel that's like racism.
Because it
I know it's
doesn't
not
bite
racism.
you.
It's just it looks nice.
But that's racism.
It also doesn't bite you, no? The
Doesn't
butterfly.
bite you.
But if it
minds
bites you,
its
also
own
you won't
business.
say anything. It's so sweet.
This is true.
Yeah.
It dies quickly.
It dies quickly.
Oh, butterflies have a very short lifespan.
Isn't that a dragonfly?
No, even butterflies. Butterflies
they
also have a
cousins?
short.
Dragonfly is the ugly
Dragonfly
butterfly.
has
you know?
Shorter than cockroaches. Cockroaches live forever, and they can escape a nuclear,
Yeah, that we heard that.
explosion.
But not,
so.
not that we can test it. I want to test it. How do you test it?
So basically, if you don't live long, you will be a loved person. Like, don't live.
I like the cockroach. In fact, they used to call me Broach the cockroach because it rhymes. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a big cockroach fan.
Do you have your cuddle?
Unbreakable.
cuddle
But
with a
why? Just because you
cockroach?
think they're hideous. They're not hideous.
What about tarantulas? Have you held a
No, but
spider
that
in
could
your
kill
hand?
me. So then, you know, like we had a cobra on the property on the weekend, ultimately, you know. My wife, I got so scared for the dogs and all, but my wife said, no, nature and all that. So you got to let everything go. So the cobra is allowed to live.
But
I'm scared.
I want to ask each one of you, when you come across a mosquito, a bug, what's your reaction? What are you
I
thinking?
name
What
them.
The
happens?
racket.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Oh, but as you said, you don't like sports, but you play mosquito. No.
I'm great at it.
You're very good.
I am amazing.
She has
Five
an
times.
average of 55 actually.
Yeah.
Five time
It's very
Prabha Devi
impressive.
Wimbledon champion.
I'm
Huh,
amazing.
Devika Manjrekar. Manjrekar line, yaar. There.
And it's not just mosquitoes, they are easy to kill. I kill flies also.
What, you can fly?
No,
Oh my
I don't
gosh,
buy this.
that was
I
a
don't
thing,
believe it.
wasn't it? I used
I
to.
promise.
No.
No,
I
people used to count the flies they killed. She's right.
I
Now we're
used
going to
to
hear the story.
capture flies.
Horrible, brutal story from her.
Yeah.
Go on.
I used to suffocate flies when I was a
Oh
child.
my god.
I mean, they used to get stuck. Oh,
Yes.
Shreyas is disgusting.
What kind of women are these?
Sorry.
They're so violent and ruthless. I was thinking Genghis Khan, Kim Jong Un, all these names come to mind. What's going on?
I used to trap them
I used to
behind a
suffocate
curtain and
flies, she
suffocate
says.
them.
This delicate young girl who you thought was the most like
Oh my
radiant and
God.
sweet and loving person is a murderous, unbelievable. I mean, and then look at the
I was a
cruelty
terrible
involved.
child.
You strangled a fly to
I
death.
used to love animals and insects.
You can't love
No,
animals
you
and strangle them
don't.
to
I
death.
used to just like kill them because
Oh
I
my
thought that
god,
was
you're an
just
animal
my-
serial killer.
Yes,
You're basically
yes.
a serial killer.
And
When I was 7, I stopped doing it.
That
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
matter.
Yeah,
I
how
just
many
like-
flies are dead on her watch?
This
It's a
is.
genocide.
No
You
donuts
committed
for
a
you.
genocide.
I'm sorry, but I had to
Name
reveal
no
my
donuts
dark
for you.
past.
Yeah, your
No,
donuts are
no,
cancelled.
I need the donuts.
All this because of
I have
that.
a really cute story about donuts. When I moved to Coimbatore
Did you
in
kill
the
it?
year 2000, there was a bakery near my house. It was really famous, all right? It was called Home Bakers. And we went there and we asked for donuts. And they said they didn't have any, but they asked us, would you like order donuts? And they had this idea. Like a year later, not even a year later, 6 months later, they opened a shop called Donuts.
Oh.
And is it a coincidence? Is it because of us? Maybe.
So they didn't.
But there's a
Did you
whole
ask them?
store. Yeah, we wanted to. We wanted to be like, hey, can we like
But maybe others also
get
did.
a stake in this place you opened because of us?
But the sad part of the story is then she'd go and kill all the flies inside because there's
Oh,
snakes,
yeah.
dragonflies,
Because
insects.
Swedes
and-
they
Oh,
love
It's
donuts.
amazing. Can you imagine these two girls? Cockroach, kill, fly,
Oh,
kill.
Are you
butterflies.
telling me you guys never had a phase where you tortured insects at
No,
some
I
point?
never tortured
No
any.
way.
I have never heard
No, I
animals
didn't
except the
torture
fact
them,
that we
just
eat
kill
them.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I've heard of people use a magnifying glass and burn ants.
Oh, come on. I mean, that's psychotic.
I use this only to read palms. It's
Yeah.
never been used for any violence.
Shreyas,
It's
you're the
only-
worst.
Well, the other
palm
end,
reader.
you used to do dirty things.
I mean, yeah, like clean my remote.
I don't think so. Ask the guy who's stuck in the room. Okay, are we taking it?
Actually, that
Is
was
it-
one of the topics, so that was good.
But it's 10:38. What happened to the break?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's time. It's time, friends. It's time for the break. So give it up for the break.
Listen,
Prepare
listen,
yourself.
Oh,
let's not be
man.
so positive. Instead of friends, let's say friend.
Friend.
Yeah, but I don't know who's there. Friend, we should be okay. Should make that number. So here's the break. There we go.
Hello. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Misconduct, Raghavi and Nisha analyze actress Riya Chakrabarti's case with lawyer Anshul Chaudhary. On The Habit Coach, Ashton sheds light on existential crises and how to deal with them. On Cock and Bull, Punit, Akash and Antariksh discuss India's projections to surpass China as the world's most populous country by 2023. On Don Baika Gappa Aika, Avanti and Aparna talk about how comparisons affect our daily life, our family, and society at large. And on Think Fast, Varun and Suchita discuss Elon Musk abandoning the Twitter deal. Before I leave, I just want to remind you all that we have some amazing merchandise for you guys. Please go to our website, click on the shop tab, and check out the collection of t-shirts. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Don't forget to rate us on any other platforms you're listening to us. And remember, you can also check us out on YouTube. We're also doing a small listener survey which helps us understand who you all are, our listeners. And we'd really appreciate it if you could spare a few minutes to fill it out. It helps us build better shows for you. And finally, we'd like to thank our sponsors this week, Boat Lifestyle, Small Case, Capgemini, and Intel vPro. Thank you so much for making this possible.
Oh,
Oh,
of course we were ready.
yes.
We were testing the audience to see
I'm
the
glad
audience was ready. And the audience was not ready.
Bitching about
Yeah,
them. Yes.
unbelievable. Grim Fandango says bored people ask for topics. I think that's a great point. So we should never do
Okay. Quick question. If you could design your own kidnapping, what's your ransom? What's your worth?
that. My problem is because of Parsi background is that we don't accept cash. So my big problem is it'll have to be white, and then white in what form, because we don't do that Paytm. So now it's a whole deal about check, because we like check. But
Oh.
who's in Mark 2? Which bank are you going to? Which branch? How you
Oh.
collect
Are you
it?
serious?
Yeah. So my problem is it's all logistical issues more than the amount per se.
Wait, why don't you do cash?
Demonetization, but even before that, we never had access to cash. My father said he did nothing illegal in his life. This from a man who put his finger in his nose while talking. Yeah.
That's
what about
legal.
white cash?
What are you racist about money now?
No, like
What's white cash? What's white cash?
like
The
it's
cash that's not black.
that's
Oh, you
accounted
mean
for.
cleaned money that you
Clean,
then
yeah.
pull
Yeah.
out? Yeah, but that's a whole process that you have to walk somewhere and get it done and all. I mean, you don't. There are old people. in
Okay,
my house.
regardless of these factors, what are you worth?
I can't charge more than. Who's going to pay for me? Can you name one person? Say, I want this guy back.
We'll crowdfund.
You
I-
will crowdfund.
for
The
sure.
moment you go, you'll do 15 minutes of he died sportingly. Then you'll talk about flies that she choked to death. No one's going to remember me 5 minutes later. I'll stop at 501. One for luck.
501.
I'll keep it low. I don't. There's no point. Even the kidnapper will think, yeah, this is
Yeah.
not the market. You
Yeah.
have to get someone else.
I think you're worth more. I'll
It's
just
not
say
worth
that.
more. How much do people care about you in
I
the
think
family?
people will.
My wife will be, please keep him. What are you saying? My mother will say, at last, 50 pe ghar se nikla. Finally.
Your mom arranged the kidnapping actually.
I
That's
think
what
so.
we'll find out.
I think so. Plus, she gets $500.
What about you?
Let's move on.
I don't know, man. I'm priceless.
Yes. Now we are. So you want to be kidnapped? You don't want to come
No,
back.
but remember,
I-
as a piece of commerce, who's going to pay for you? So let's say mom, dad, or something, some of the family. I'm presuming. Is there a boyfriend?
No,
Okay, so let's go with the family. How much will they pay? Think that way, not how much you're worth to you.
dude. My family is so pavam. I wouldn't put
See,
that on
same
them.
problem.
Yeah.
You're not getting.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that on my family. I'd be like, hey, let me just stay over here. Like I'm sure.
Because your family food sucks.
Yeah.
You prefer the kidnappers. They'll order from Devika's restaurant. You just tell them.
I'd be like,
cheer me
I'm
up with a
sorry, you
donut."
kidnapped the wrong person.
Okay.
I'm thinking 10 lakhs-ish.
10 lakhs.
वो बहुत कम है यार
Are you
देविका. You're a
serious?
restaurant
Yeah.
guy, you're a chef.
At least the like
No,
whatever.
I'm saying if my that's the max I would want my family to pay.
10 lakhs and a bat autographed by Sanjay Manjrekar. I think
Sure.
that's.
Sure.
No,
If-
they'll
if
want
that's-
more. Once they know Manjrekar name, he'll have to attend 2 parties.
Chief guest.
Chief guest, all that. Come to school once and impress the kids and all that nonsense. Bro, come on. This is going to
You're
be
right.
costly in
You're right.
intangible ways.
You're right.
Yeah. What about yourself, master?
I would give the keys to my house. This to whoever.
The house,
That would be the.
because they can't
ransom.
open it, so it means
Because it's
nothing.
already open.
What's
so
the
they don't even
paradox?
need
that
it.
you-
That's why I was kidnapped.
Wow,
also.
you're so intelligent. Super.
But this is to talk about a US woman recently who.
Oh, it's a
faked-
setup for a
it's
talk.
setup,
This
it's
15
a
minutes we wasted, and
segue.
now we're getting into the
The
topic.
segue is longer than the
Grim
topic. remember
Fandango
that.
said, more people want topics.
A US woman faked her own
Kidnapping.
kidnapping. She came here. She was dating a Nigerian national. They were living together. Everything was fine. She ran out of money. And of course, the natural step after that is tell your parents that, hey, I've been kidnapped. I need money. They reached out
and
to
been in an
embassy.
abusive
so she-
relationship and things.
Wait, was it?
Something like that.
But
yeah.
didn't she had to create some account or something for them to correspond with, right?
So she said that she was being hit. She was being
Abused.
she was being
physically.
abused by someone.
No, so
and
she herself is
she's saying she herself is calling. She video
How do
called.
you- But that's not kidnapping. That's self-napping.
That's what there were some loopholes. Like I think she could have executed it better.
But that's why she got caught because it was so bad.
Yeah, because
You can't kidnap yourself. I mean, how do you do that?
she just chilled in the
Exactly.
room with her boyfriend and she FaceTime being like, "Oh, someone's coming. Yeah, please send me money. Bye."
Oh, that way.
And then
So her production value is
Why
exactly
didn't
the
she
same
just-
as the podcast.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
just-
Why
to
didn't
be
she just
clear.
ask them for money?
that's a very good question. None of the articles address that. I
They-
think probably that wasn't an option, or they had said that this is it.
But then
We
she,
can't.
A spoiled
I'm-
brat kid
I'm disappointed.
came over here.
Wait,
Yeah.
One second.
It's
Well,
very
Devika, what
weird.
kind of question is, why do you ask your parents? I don't know about your parents, but me, my father used to do this whole act. You ask him for money ever, and he does a search, and it's never there. You know, the
Yeah.
legacy continues. I also do it. You know, but you got to act like you're interested in giving the money. You should never be like, no. So I was like, and then like there's nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
You know, talking about dads, a UK dog recently became
This guy is too good. Huh? This is a very special talent. Very special talent. And it's about a dog, not a dad, but we'll figure out the
no, a
segue.
UK dog becomes foster dad
Oh.
to 15 orphan ducklings.
Oh, that was very
Oh,
cute.
sweet.
There was a
Did
video
you
and
strangle
everything.
ducklings growing up?
I did. I would have. I love ducklings. They're cute.
You
know
didn't kill
what?
any.
So you would have strangled.
Flies,
Yeah.
flies, on the other hand, not so cute.
Niveditha, I'll be honest. Whenever you talk about loving animals, I just don't trust a single word of it
Neither do
now.
I. And I have that
That's
visual of
true.
that fly being murdered in cold
I didn't
blood
murder the fly though. They always live.
on the streets of Coimbatore.
That's
There's so many
worse. You're
dead
torturing
flies.
them
I just trapped them.
and
then they would go
suffocated them.
zzz, and then I
Oh
liked
my
that.
god! Look at how
She
she's
watched- she
smiling.
watched-
She's
She
laughing.
watched them die slowly after trapping them. And she
said,
played
"I liked
music.
that."
She did like an item number
I
outside
know,
the
as a
bottle
kid, I
where they
thought
were
that was
dying.
Really fun.
It was a Holocaust.
It
I
wasn't-
think that's what. Let's call it what it
I
is.
mean,
was
you're right.
just
It's
one
genocide of
fly.
sorts. Not one fly. There were many flies. Really. Oof. I can't take a moment, people. And pause and
I think that's why
reflect
you're
about your lives.
overcompensating, being like, "Oh, that's so cute! Wow, this dog."
Oh, but there
Love
was a video
animals."
of this dog just sitting there and all the ducklings on it. It was on.
Like
they were all
suckling?
on the dog. It
The
looked
duckling was
like-
suckling.
By the way, this was I saw this thing and it was 3 years old or something.
No, one second. The
This
video is 3 years
video,
old. The
yeah.
ducklings are 3 years old, but then they're ducks.
I mean, now they would have grown up.
That's
Yeah,
a very good
it's
point.
very
They were
confusing.
ducklings 3 years
Let's
ago.
stick to flies. We don't seem to know the other animals properly.
Do
Yeah.
you think the ducklings or the ducks? We don't know the exact.
But I've
what
seen
it
even
is.
more strange maternal instinct thingies. You know, a
Your
lioness
mom
with a-
liking you?
Yeah, that too.
Like-
There, lioness, exactly. I've seen lioness and a deer, for example.
Really?
Yeah. Proper predator taking in. It happens. The maternal instinct kicks in. When I was younger with the elderly women, the MILFs, so to speak, that was my approach. I would act like a very, vulnerable, nubile kind of thing. And, some elderly woman would look at me and say, oh, whatever. Of course, it didn't really work out from my perspective because I was just kept in a house and fed.
Right.
So we had different fantasies.
But did you ever come across an elderly woman that you were like, "This is actually the woman I want to marry"?
I married her, Aisha. 76 tomorrow. Sweet lady, I tell you. Shaves her legs. But not in public. So we have some respect for, each other that way. Yeah. Well, not yet. I mean, who knows if this act doesn't work out? We'll have to do things like that.
Since you're talking about animals, predators,
I'm not.
India,
She killed the fly.
she killed it.
No,
Like
but you haven't
me?
heard these stories about the predators who take in the, the herbivorous sort of animals who they attack.
Yeah.
It's happened many
and then
times.
eat them when they're
No, they don't eat them. They don't eat them. They have a relationship. This killing
I
them.
don't know. I
killing
don't
at
like
the end is
these
your
people.
story.
These people that keep saying, "Oh, I raised a tiger," and then the tiger grows up, and they're like, "You better let
That's
the tiger
Jackie
go
Shroff.
'cause it'll eat you at when
Jackie
it's hungry."
Shroff raised the tiger. That's a different
Did
story.
he have a tiger? Is that
Yeah.
legal in India to own? To
It is
I
for
don't
him.
think it is.
I
I
don't
don't
think
think it
it's.
Jackie Shroff is
legal.
allowed. Nobody objects.
I
No,
don't get the
question
joke. Can
him.
you explain
Are
it
you
more?
guys-
I don't get it.
Guys, you are not getting this.
If you can explain it out more, that would be.
Alright.
Great. It's
think
like
I-
a triple layer,
I'm just
triple
too
iron.
old, I'm too old for comedy. I'll just take it as a a sign. that my
I got
fly
it
days are
only when she
numbered.
said, "Are you not getting this?" I was like, "Oh, I get it."
But I get where you are coming from because when you do a joke and it doesn't land, in your head it's just like, "Oh, people didn't get it. Let me repeat it."
David,
They
I
didn't
got
hear
it.
it.
I speak with intelligence. I don't bother with the rest.
So you are right. You are right.
We are the
You want
Brahmins
the
of
smartest
we're the
from the group.
Brahmins of comedy. We don't want quantity.
I
We
feel
want three
bad
people.
now that I got it.
All right, where were we, bro? Animals you're talking about.
Okay, no, I want to talk about something very
You
disturbing.
can't segue from. Let's see if we can
That's
segue.
not a
Let's give a
segue.
word. Now, poltergeist. Now, segue.
Ghosts of.
Jamboree. Segue.
I didn't give me one though.
Okay, whatever.
I have some bad news actually. Poltergeists of cheetahs.
Who's poltergeist?
Poltergeists.
Is it poltergeist or poltergeist?
Guys.
Poltergeists.
And now you're spitting on me.
Oh my
You
God,
still
that
are-
whole mic
spat
is
all over
wet
us.
now.
How sweetly Devika corrected him also. She wasn't arrogant about it. She could have said idiot and all that. No.
I think that was in the tone.
And
I
you
think-
purposely said poltergeist to make me look bad as a poltergeist, right? So that's like a reverse bakra, brother. And then now you've lost. What are we gonna do?
But I want to talk about something disturbing first of all. Niveditha recently I told her that.
One sec, they're having a chat about knee joint or shoulder joint. They don't even listen to us anymore. Himisha's asking somebody with some injury and all that. What's going
We're
on?
not the only ones who zone out. Even they zone out.
Vivek Bartwal is saying Tiger Shroff Shreyas, you idiot. Huh, okay. Finish your point, please.
What's the stuff?
I was hanging out with
Story.
Niveditha. We were at an open mic and I was telling her how these animals are getting endangered, and she was celebrating.
Parsis.
Now you guys will just say anything.
What?
But
Flies and Parsis. Flies. because of
and I
that?
brought up this topic. I
uh.
told her that how India is set to be the next home for cheetahs now. 70
They-
years.
They've
after.
reintroduced them.
They've reintroduced them, and she was bitter about it. She was like, "Why? It was great when they were dying, when they were extinct." So
I don't know what this is about, but like I really like cheetahs. I've seen
What?
them in person. I've
Are you
gone to
anti-cheetah?
a safari in Masai Mara and I've seen a cheetah
Yeah.
chase a gazelle. with my own eyes, and I still remember.
Wow.
So I'm just saying I'm better than all of you.
Yeah.
If
I'm
you
faster.
haven't
I'm
watched
faster than a cheetah.
a cheetah chase a gazelle.
But did that was that life altering? Seeing a cheetah run, like seeing an animal.
Oh yeah,
gain that
I
speed.
watched The Lion King before that, and I was just like, oh my god, this is real. These things, everything is
The Lion
real.
King, the cartoon.
Yeah. I used to be a
But
huge.
You
fan
lived in
of
the
movie.
Masai Mara area, and you watched the Lion King to understand. I
Yeah.
mean, okay, just
I'd watched The Lion King before I ever went on a safari. So
Hakuna Matata me. Okay.
anyway,
So, yeah.
but what are they going to do in India? Like, did we have cheetahs in India
Of
before?
course, the Asiatic cheetah, and now they've reintroduced the bloodline from the African cheetah, which is slightly bigger apparently. But the
Hmm.
problem is that the cheetah is a predator, all the other predators kill. So you'll be
Yeah.
very careful because if there are leopards there, they'll kill them. If there are hyenas there, they'll kill them. If there are wolves there, they'll kill them as a pack. Wild dogs, they'll kill them.
Oh,
But
wow.
where are they going to
Tiger-
put the cheetahs in India? Like, I mean,
I want one in my house. I thought I could look after cheetahs.
don't
They're
you
very
need
dog-like.
like grasslands for cheetahs to run and stuff? Like we
We
have
have
very
Oval Maidan,
big jungles.
Shivaji Park. Devika will pull some strings. You and your cheetah going for a walk. I mean, my wife's been called worse. What the hell? She doesn't
Okay,
listen.
would
We're
you be
safe.
okay with getting a cheetah if the cheetah is definitely going to eat your dogs?
So my dad's friend Jimmy Nazir, when they were very young, had a leopard pet,
Wow.
and he used to walk the leopard on Marine Drive. And my dad, and they used to really get off on this, watching people run. Now, obviously, people run, right? They're walking normally, and a guy with a lead and a leopard.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and it's a little leopard, but friendly leopard because it's sort of tame and all that.
You know, there are a lot of leopards here in
Yeah.
Mumbai. Like my
So those
sister
are
lives
friendly.
in the
Those are
IIT
hungry
campus.
leopards who are desperate for food, and they kill the dogs and sometimes people. Yeah. So
Wow.
your sister had seen one live?
Oh, there are a lot of sightings in the IIT campus in Mumbai.
This is not the Lions Club Matunga people. Huh? This is actual leopards.
These are
Because, you know, those are different. I know a lion, and then it's the Lions Club Matunga, and it's not the same guy completely.
Alright then.
Wait, can I
But
share?
can I tell you my David? So we had a producer, who's quite well known in MTV. David, I should take his name. David Polycarp, lovely guy actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so we were shooting after 7, Film City, and you've been warned after 7 because at that time when the light breaks is when you have to be careful. That's when they start coming out. So 6:45, 7, they were told us you're shooting outdoors. You pack up and stop then. So somebody objected. The light boy, one of the light boys told him, sir, ki abhi 7 baj gaya, dangerous hai and all. And he said, rubbish. It's an honor to die by a leopard.
That's-
He actually said this. And then we had to okay, there's a little revolt happening
yeah.
with the lower echelons of the film crew. Like, we are not paid enough to die by that leopard. Those two overpaid actors, you can let them die. Yeah.
It is a natural death.
No. They attack from
Killed by a
behind.
leopard.
They're worse than humans in that sense. They never attack from the front, so you don't know what's happening. Leopards always attack from behind.
Yeah, because it's like getting their prey. You'll run if you see them.
That's why I like the tiger. Tiger can come from the front and kill you. Of course, by the time you see the tiger, you're dead anyway.
Yeah.
Not really going to. What martial arts will I try here? Hmm.
You know, it's insane the kind of disparity there is amongst the cats, where the big cats are living
You're-
lives where they attack you from the back, while the cats
Yeah.
on Earth, there are AI litter boxes for them currently.
Oh,
Yeah. There are litter
segue.
boxes that are AI operated for the cats around here.
I feel shame. I only feel shame. I feel like you're my cousin who I can't now have to take out in society and explain to everyone, ki, yaar, please khana khilao. Please.
I'm telling you, I only worked on the segways. I got up at 5 a.m. I was like, segway.
Yeah, because I
Didn't
read
even
the
read the news
story.
articles.
And apparently,
I know,
this
but
litter box.
you elaborated every story more correctly. Every single one. He's done the first 2 lines and you've taken over. It's just ridiculous. I don't know.
Apparently, if your cat poops in it, it'll tell you if the cat is well or not. So sometimes it'll give you an alert, like an 18 notifications. Somebody caught once apparently, and then they took the cat to the vet, and it had a
How come you don't do this
UTI,
for humans?
life-saving.
No one thought.
Exactly what I was about to say. They did
It's a
not
good
think
point.
once that we would need something
Yeah,
like this.
Because a vet is cheaper than a doctor, because our doctors make you do tests. I don't know if you guys have elderly relatives. You just lose all your money in tests, and then they have inconclusive, so you do the tests again. So you just keep doing tests. That whole thing until the person dies. It's test, dead.
Oh, wow.
Next relative, test, dead. I'm telling you, and there's no more communication. I've given up.
Yeah.
Anybody sick in my family, we keep them in a room, we put a light on, and we feed them donuts. You killed and dragged on top of a tree. What an honorable death. Hail the leopard. Yes. David Polycap actually said that's one of my funniest stories.
That's great.
We asked him later, drive back. He said, boss, it's like a class thing. You can't suggest like an elite person that, hey, you poor up section, it's an honor to die. But they were like, screw this. Some stupid, absurd MTV crappy half comedy shoot with some ugly male VJs. I mean, for God's sake, the poor Jairam is standing there being mauled by a leopard for this. I mean, what do we say in the obituary? He died for India. No, he died for freaking MTV's crappy, desi Indian version product with Hello Friends actors. It was a pointless thing, really. Now we have.
Should we go to the AMAs?
I'm just reading the funny comments, from all these people. Niveditha, I think I will vote for a real doctor. Munna Bhai. This Grim Fandango. Silvery and Abbas, wow, are the best. Wow.
Hey, ban this
So
person.
Girish is a regular and he's a real guy. He's
Oh, yeah?
a vet
Wow.
himself. We know a lot about him. So this is not a Abbas setup or a Silvery setup, which we could have used.
Correct.
Initially.
Correct.
So these two guys he's rooting for these two guys over you.
That's good. I root for them also.
I root for you.
Thank you.
I think you're much more panache and Ilan, much more fun. You smile more. Abbas has not smiled even once. It's been 11 years. And this is not about the Hindu Raj that we have in the country.
Wait,
by the way.
before we go to AMAs, quickly I wanna tell about the Nagpur Zoo. Okay, in Nagpur there's a quick. It'll take 30 seconds.
It's like if you're already drowning, you continue to swim. Come
No,
on.
you embrace the drowning. And
Okay, go ahead. It's your show.
There's a show called there's not a show. I'm sorry, what am I saying? There's a zoo called Maharaj Bagh Zoo in Nagpur, which is
Is this a takeoff on Maharani Bagh?
no, it's just called Maharaj Bagh Zoo. It's also the stoner spot for people, the parking zone. That doesn't matter.
Why would you know that?
I don't know
Beta?
that. I don't know that. When I go to the zoo, I just cross it on the way,
Right.
sometimes.
Python, that side, ma'am.
No, my family watches this. But
Your family
Maharaj,
watches the show.
yeah.
Now you tell me.
Now,
After
we
we
don't have
discuss
time.
all these things.
We don't have time. Maharaj Bagh Zoo by Maneka Gandhi has been called the worst zoo in the country. She did a press conference.
Number
in
one
Nagpur.
worst zoo.
Number one worst zoo in the country, and the
Is
reason
it an honor then?
it's an honor. It's
an honor,
absolutely
yeah.
an honor. And the reason for that being that while she was there, an owl was rescued, and the authorities to revive the owl fed the owl chapati, and the owl died.
Okay, so what you're saying is that this is not going to Hindutva slide. It's going that way, aren't you? This is not vegetarian food for the predator, and that's why the predator died. Is that
It's a
your
good
point?
angle. I wasn't.
That's your
thinking that,
angle.
but that's
Your
good.
anti-right angle. I know where you're going with all this. Why was the oxtail given? Where was the oxtail in Nagpur?
Braised.
Open a branch now. Devika, what are you doing? Save the owl. Oh, but is this true?
It's true.
It's a
You
really
can
sad
look it up.
story.
Yeah.
Because some animals, like for example, dogs can't have chocolates.
Yeah.
They can't digest chocolates.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. So
That
with,
is true.
with predators, they'll have even more, sensitive sort of.
But
digestive
that's
systems.
weird that people, zoo authorities, did not know what to feed
very
an
Oh,
owl.
one
Chapati.
second, it's not zoo,
It's-
it's a Jew.
Okay, should we go to the AMAs now?
But was any action taken against the owl killers?
I mean, the
Yeah,
owl
but it's
died,
ignorance.
so it was
It's ignorance. It's not really a crime to that extent.
right.
It's not
I don't
like
think there was malice
malice,
there.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Malice is our show. Elsewhere, it's all good. Yeah. How sad.
It's just like, oops. kill
But
an
have
owl
you
by
ever
mistake.
had a bird of prey on your hand? Because I had.
I have.
Oh,
Isn't it
how
scary?
was it?
Yeah.
Did you have a glove on?
No,
when
they-
it-
you have
It's just
glove and
super
glass.
heavy. Like I didn't imagine it
Falcon?
to be that heavy.
aren't the
Why
Hawk?
can't I- No, it was an owl only.
Owl.
Yeah.
But they give you that
Wow.
thing, the hand
That
thingy,
glove.
and then they give you glasses, no? Those,
Yeah.
to
so
protect
that they
your
don't
eyes.
poke you in the eye?
Yeah.
I
It's
fed
very
an
unlikely,
ostrich,
if
but
they
you
do.
can't hold an ostrich on your hand.
Or if you can, then you're basically Rolly Winkler, the guy with the biggest arms in the
Oh, they're
business.
so
Yeah.
scary, ostriches.
They're very aggressive.
Oh, they're
no?
so aggressive.
But they work together.
But they're so fun.
They're like early
They like
McCartney
chase
and
you and
Lennon.
things.
Have you
Wow.
fed a giraffe?
I have fed a
With the
giraffe.
long.
Yeah, it puts its sticky tongue out,
Gross,
and then you
yeah.
have to put the snack on its tongue. Very gross, but very
And
fun.
did you
Love
poison?
giraffe.
Did you poison the
Sounds
giraffe?
like a
No.
date.
I like beautiful animals.
Anything big she likes. That's what I'm getting that. The smaller, the like, I'm not interested. Yeah.
The ones that annoy me, cockroaches. I had a leech in my house recently because there's a monsoons in Mumbai,
Oh,
and
shit.
somebody told me just put salt on it.
it.
Yeah, but it was in my
That's-
house.
that's
I bet
scary.
it was some friend of mine that brought the leech in.
Wait, are you calling the friend the leech?
No.
No.
No, the friend
No,
is a
friend
cheapo.
brought-
This
yeah,
is the
the
idea of a
friend
pet.
came in the
The
rain.
leech just stays there. Doesn't do anything,
Just dropped a leech in
low
my
maintenance
house.
Raju,
and
fetch the
walked
ball.
out.
Raju, fetch the ball. Guy's going mad.
So did you put salt on it?
I did put salt on it and I watched it crumble. I did.
As a chef,
All my
what
childhood
else do you think she
memories
could
came
put
back.
on?
1 minute. Look at this woman. We're going to get outraged on the internet. First, now
Sorry, but it
Devika,
was,
stop.
I
She's
did not
already reached
expect
leeches.
that.
Next is like, I don't know, cats or something are coming up now. We
It's
need to be very
like,
careful.
they told me that you can watch the leach just die in
No,
front of
who
your
can
eyes.
you?
Oh my god.
This is a comedian.
It genuinely makes her smile when she talks about
I
killing
know.
animals. Her heart smiles.
Only the ugly ones.
Oh my god, it's worse. That's worse.
Wow, it's all about aesthetics for her. She sounds like, what is that guy in Europe who wanted to remove races and all that? I can't remember his name.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm scared to go back in the auto with you. You might kill me. I don't think I look the
would
best
never
today.
go in an auto with
Shobik
you.
and Grim are having a conversation because they think we are jokers and don't involve us now. Grim, it's Sanjay Gandhi National Park in Borivali. The guy at the counter dresses up as a lion in a lion costume and sleeps in the cage. That you'll find funny. I made 12 jokes before that. Nobody laughed. This fucking stupid comment about
On
the guy.
this episode of the listeners are funnier than the comedians. on the
Well,
podcast.
because one of the panels is a mass murderer. I mean, killing everything, using all kinds of instruments,
I mean,
suffocation,
everybody has
salt.
used Lakshman Rekha on ants before and watched the genocide happen.
You've done that too, putting that circle of poison.
Oh, so many times. In villages, you don't
You
have
know
to
this
do-
girl?
Scared. I'm actually scared. I thought I did.
You want to read
I
it?
thought I
You
did.
want her to reintroduce cheetahs into our motherland? Why? I don't know. This is a scary, scary person.
Let's go to AMAs. First one is Niveditha going to jail? No, sorry, that's not an AMA. First one, AMA for Devika. Why Devika?
She's going to PETA jail.
It's true. Why does she make all Devika? Why do you make all desserts and breads in limited quantity?
What?
It's we are doing the AMAs now. The AMAs is a
I
section.
know, but I don't understand. The
You can refuse to answer the
No,
question.
no, one
You can
second.
also-
Just say it again.
Or say it's wrong.
Why
Say it's not true.
why do you make all desserts and breads in limited quantity?
What do you mean by that?
Like I should.
It
Like
runs
It's
out.
not my
Like
question.
it runs out
No, it
when this
runs out.
person's
As in
trying
you
to
make
buy
10,
it.
10 cups of something and they don't have any more, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you're talking about the size of the dessert.
No,
It's two different things.
No,
Uh,
no, they mean the quantity.
Yeah, they
quantity.
made the quantity.
Basically, it takes like a day to make the donuts because they proof overnight. So once we make a certain quantity and they run out, it takes another day. to
Devika,
get the new
whenever
batch.
it's something critical, you become we. And whenever it's something good, you become you. I like that quality a lot. Now we have to, figure out how to sell the product here. But yeah, so it's all
So
good.
that's why.
Shawik and Himisha flirting in behind my back. Here. Just having their own. I feel redundant. This whole podcast is they just keep it on so that electricity is being consumed and they're all having fun talking to each other. We are nothing. Thanks to your flies. Once you kill the flies, it was downhill from there. Yeah.
This is a question for
Girish says I don't treat leeches because he's just joined you in killing. He's a vet who
Oh.
joined you talking about killing
Oh
animals. In a
no,
way.
it's a bad.
He's got a lot of criticism for that. I don't want to rewind and tell you what all transpired. But to cut a long story short, he just says I don't treat leeches. Again, selective.
selective.
You have a pet leech, you go to Girish. Girish says your dog nahi hai. That's ridiculous.
Actually,
Come on.
Now, here's a question for Dr. Brocha. I don't know if you know him, but Cyrus actually is also a doctor. He's a medically
Arey.
certified doctor.
I'm the gynac that delivered. Devika. She won't remember me. She was so young.
Here's the question. I have a bad toothache, and getting a dentist appointment in the UK is not as easy as in India. So, are there any home remedies from Dr. Cyrus? You have also, I'm sure, because of you, people have toothache, right?
Wow.
Because of
Wow.
Just an
The
accusation.
best
out of
host
nowhere.
ever. Yeah. First, you find a mildly critical question to ask her, and now you say this. Okay, let me tell you how your days are numbered as a host.
No, I'm just saying there's an epidemic where people are eating more donuts than they possibly can. So I'm sure people
But in a
have-
way, that may have been true of the pandemic, that you started consuming sweets and always feeling low. That was a correlation that people proved. Like we drank a lot if you could get
Yeah.
access to alcohol. So sweets are also a thing that make you comfort food, right? So
but
did that
like,
work?
I went to the dentist only. Like I didn't do anything else.
She has money. UK or India, she can go to the dentist. This poor guy in
That's
UK, because they have to follow the health system. Right? What's it
I
called?
know. Cloves.
NHS.
Biting into
NHS.
cloves helps for sure.
Like the leech, huh? Put some salt and watch it die. How do you live with yourself?
I mean, it's really easy. I
Will somebody help him? He's got his NHS where he has to pay insurance, which is unbelievably high. So how do we get him a dentist in wink wink? Does anyone have an uncle in UK who can help?
no.
It's gonna
Nope.
be shitty.
No. What about?
I think
Someone will have to email him. Send us your email.
I think one option is let your teeth go and then get
Hey!
fake teeth.
I got the solution.
Oh my
Abbas
God.
is a 1-year dentist
That was
from a
so
family of
loud.
dentists. It's a 4-year course. He's done 1 or 2 years. He's done
Okay.
2 years
Oh
actually.
yeah, he is.
So
Yeah.
he should be able to pull out a tooth. Maybe not put it back because 2 years he's done, 2 years
Correct.
he's not done.
Pull out
Right.
he can do.
Yeah, he can. And he gives you service with a smile, which you'll never know because we cover his face when he's working.
Yeah.
So let's tell whoever it was, and I've lost the link.
Rohit Atre.
Rohit's a regular as well. That if he comes here, Abbas will take care of it. And actually, Abbas can because his
But if
father
he
has a
comes
clinic.
here, he'll go to an actual dentist.
No, but they're actual dentists.
It's a good
Yeah.
point.
Don't diss poor Abbas.
Sorry.
You're judging by looks.
Sorry.
He's an actual dentist with fat fingers, but his dad and his family are dentists, so they have a clinic and all that. So we can, via Abbas, get him done. We'll get a good deal. I'm sure we can get a good. Abbas is a generous man. It'll be
I
done.
actually think we should fly Abbas to the UK to Rohit. IVM should.
One way,
One way.
yeah, because Silvery will pay them.
No, I think he'll pay to keep him there. He'll
Yeah,
be like,
yeah,
you
exactly.
stay.
Keith says, Keith, you'll get mentioned. Says Hemisha, so we didn't mention Keith. Now we have. You'll get mentioned. Don't lose hope, but we don't know in what context. So
Just
Hemisha, if you
mentioned
can quickly type and mention why Keith, then we can get to that.
Devika, do you have donut holes in your cafe or just
Okay,
donuts?
What? Yes, what are you? You want to get us cancelled?
I'm reading,
Everything you say is wrong. First, you kill animals left, right, and center. And now you just. What are you saying?
I'm reading the questions that a question
I
that Girish
understand.
Patil
How can
has.
you read only the
understand.
ones which are strange?
I
I'm reading the
Yeah.
questions. Not all of them are strange.
You go to the start section. There's a start section where the
Tell me the
selected-
truth. You saw the word holes and donut, and you said, "This is my story. I cannot let it go."
You're right.
You would call her all day on the phone and ask, "I want an answer."
I do understand the question.
Okay.
So yes, we do, but not all the time. Sometimes.
What's the story? Not to
So
take it
basically,
further,
when
but
you
yeah.
make a donut, you take the hole out and
Correct.
then you just make the hole into another donut. Like
Sweet. I didn't know they did this. actually.
wow,
yeah,
You learn
this
something
sounds like a
every day.
business I could get into.
So they're
You
like-
don't waste anything.
they're like bite size.
We all judged
Ah.
Girish without knowing
Yeah.
this technicality.
Yes, obviously he's a vet and a sweet lover, but not a leech lover because he doesn't treat leeches. He's very clear about that. Keith B, thanks guys. Now I feel loved, loud, or something like that. But I still don't know what Keith's initial thing was. But I suppose he just wanted to be mentioned, which is really low even for our show. I mean, come on. Oh, he's got it. Talk, guys. Now I feel loved. No. What? Okay, gals. No displayed for comments. No appreciation. Sadly. Sad
Sad
life.
life.
I thought it was F something.
Ta
Ta,
ta
ta.
ta.
Oh, so Keith was feeling left out basically.
And he said, guys, that was GAIS.
That's cool. He's a cool guy. Wow,
guys.
that's very
you
cool.
think it's sexist? I didn't pick it up. Maybe it is. I don't know.
I know.
Keith, I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
The
he said
girls will not.
gals.
Girls don't reply. He obviously doesn't like girls. So Keith, fair enough.
Talking about what's
Guys.
fair and what's not, a post on
Wow.
LinkedIn.
5 बजे उठ के गया तूने. Okay.
A post on LinkedIn is going viral where
Uh.
a girl is asking for a donation of 22 lakhs to pursue an MBA from Harvard. She's getting
But you have to
heavily.
get into Harvard. You can't just go.
No, she got into Harvard.
Oh, but she doesn't have the money to pay for the MBA.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fair. Give us
Uh,
some money.
Yeah, no.
she's.
But the question is, I don't see any harm. What are your views?
She's getting heavily trolled as an examples of the trolling. Like what?
I mean, people are just telling her just get an education loan.
That's
you
not
know?
trolling.
They are telling her that. No, but they are saying it in meaner ways. They are
But if you don't
telling
say
her-
the meaner
I
way,
bet
it doesn't
you-
sound.
they're
I mean, it sounds like okay advice then to me.
I bet you
You
the
gotta use-
trolling is like, oh, I want to build a bungalow. How about you crowdfund that for me, kind of
Oh,
thing.
my
That's
mother
probably
is
what it
dying of
is.
cancer. I need 22 lakhs for an operation.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Is that
correct.
trolling?
Things
That's
like-
just the truth. I'm sorry. Worry.
But I think the problem statement is that like people are thinking that she is privileged enough to not require.
How do you
this.
know that?
I mean, that's what people are assuming.
Because she
What
has a
is-
LinkedIn profile.
Because she
No,
has a LinkedIn profile, she's also.
You know, the problem with this is only rich
But I
people
don't
apply for scholarships in India. That's the big problem.
But no one's forcing them. to do
Exactly what I was gonna say. Isn't it
True.
like fun? I love watching these crowdfunding things go down. Like somebody
Yeah.
starts a crowdfund, I want to see who pays because then you can start a
Rajat
crowdfund.
Kapoor, the
No one's
director
forcing you.
for RK, the film that just released, was part of it is crowdfunded. And all the names are there in the credits.
Oh,
And
wow.
it's
Yes.
fine. It's a film. He made a film with part
but
crowdfunding.
that comes out to the audience. Like for her, it's just like a personal
Investing in her.
use.
Correct.
Yeah,
You're
it's just-
investing in her.
Yeah, she's not
But she
going
can
to
send a
give you
thank you card,
anything.
Diwali greeting or whatever. She can do
Or
something.
no one can pay.
Yeah. It's
Right.
just an option. Yeah. If nobody pays, nobody pays. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't deserve
Yeah,
trolling.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It doesn't.
Our committee has
But
come
it's
to a
the
decision.
internet.
She's allowed to suggest, and you're allowed to not accept it or whatever. That's all there is to it. By the way, should
Yeah.
we crowdfund the show? Devika,
Yes.
talk about
I was
kidnapping.
just
What about
gonna
crowdfunding?
say.
How much do we like? How much could we earn if we try to crowdfund?
501 versus 10 lakhs
Yeah, that's,
versus.
Nothing
And I
actually.
think-
Oh my
I
god!
don't
I
take
can't
ca-
believe I said nothing.
And I don't take
Should have
cash.
said something.
Don't take cash.
Cash.
Check. We'll ask for a check.
God.
And no Paytm and all. My family doesn't trust Paytm. for
Google
some
Pay?
reason. We don't understand how to do it. Okay.
Was checking.
Okay, this is a question for me. Shreyas, did you audition for Comic Stan 3 and your views on the latest season? I did not audition for Comic Stan
Why?
season 3. I just didn't.
I-
Next season, I will.
I mean,
Did
do
you?
you look down on the show?
No,
Is
not
that
at
why?
all.
All right.
Not at
all
all.
right.
Not
If you're on
at
this
all.
podcast, you have to look down on the show. That's the law. We've got a MOU signed by people. Did you take part?
I have. I can't because like I don't know if I want to wait a few years before I do something like
You
that.
want to be like my age when you go on
No,
Comic
because
Con.
I was already on a reality show on
And
the
you
same
won.
year, and I won it. Yeah, and I can't
which
like do
one?
that again.
You told us, yeah.
Yeah,
Queens of Comedy.
you interviewed
No,
me
but which is
about
the
this as
channel?
soon as it happened
The
on
channel?
TLC, traveling.
That's pretty good.
living
She,
channel.
That's
which
pretty
is
good.
the top comedy
But then
channel.
you shouldn't do it because you have a lot to lose. Devika, you suggest.
What? Whether I should?
No, she was zoned out. That's fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm sorry.
Show's so
I'm sorry.
freaking boring.
My
I'm
views on the
sorry.
latest season, there are many funny people and they're all
It's
doing
very,
live shows.
Yeah, I love the sets. The roast episode was amazing. It was
But
very funny.
But you know what? In the roast episode, the dynamic is so weird of the roast happening because there are these comics who are roasting judges, right? So the comics are telling judges, "You are unfunny. You are
Who are the
unfunny."
judges?
oh my god, yeah, that
And-
was hilarious.
But who are the
I was like,
judges?
Kenny,
No,
Niti Palta, Zakir, and Sumukhi.
But one second, the point of the matter is that if you call them unfunny, what's the point?
Exactly. Like you're calling them unfunny, and
That's
then
just
they are
sledging.
the parameter of no. That's
It's just like my wife saying you're bad in bed. You know, I mean, it's no big deal.
no. That's the truth.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think that's
just sledging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
What
it
do you mean?
true?
I don't think you haven't slept with me.
You're
please,
right.
please try me once, yeah. Don't judge so easily. Don't be like that owl and the roti story, yeah. It's all wrong. Going back to the judges, so they just
Uh,
insult them and they insult them back. That's,
I found that dynamic very weird. Like the format
but
itself.
she says it
that-
was the best part of the show.
it was the best.
It was fun
episode,
to
one
watch.
Of the best
No, it
episodes,
was
yeah.
fun to watch. I'm just saying, as a viewer,
What
I
do
was
the
a little
judges say
baffled
back?
by the
Are they allowed
dynamic.
to banter back, or they just supposed
No,
to listen?
You
You-
mean
like
you
you
mean
call the ju-
dissing
like-
judges?
Okay, imagine I'm roasting you.
Yeah.
You are the judge of the roast.
After
I
one hour of
call,
roasting me, saying, "Imagine." Huh.
I call you unfunny. I call you bad in bed, as I imagine.
So
I
how
call-
does this hurt my feelings? Say something new, no?
It does. It's not funny. That's the problem.
Yeah. Like in this example, it's she's a killer. She's a killer.
You wait one more season. Just wait one more season. Yeah.
Wait. Fuck this. The point being that
What? What a segue there. That was the best segue of all, guys.
okay, I'm telling you, you are unfunny. I'm telling you are unfunny.
Huh.
And after that, as a judge, you have to rate me on how
Ooh.
funny I am.
So you might take it personally and give it 2.
But everyone's giving 7, 8 because they want to be like
Sound
cool and everything.
Cool, yeah, yeah.
But also,
But they can't talk back. It can't be like you heckle me, I heckle you back, like you do on stage if somebody says something.
yeah, you can't. Like as a judge, I
But then
think you
that's,
have to.
that's not fun.
that's
then
what.
it's just like a
You
monologue
gotta
of someone
just
abusing.
take it like
You gotta just
quietly.
take
It was
it.
so awkward. These judges were just sitting
Yeah.
there.
No, there
like,
were a
nodding
couple
their
of
heads.
moments where like a judge went like this
Yeah.
during the roast and then gave like 9.
Like, what do you say to Zakir? Like,
Wiped and-
Zakir, you'll be
wiped
funnier
a
in
tear.
English than Hindi. You know, I don't know. What would you say to irritate him? I'm just thinking.
Oh, they said things like they made fun of him being like the single guy and not being able to sell couple tickets at his Zakir show because he wouldn't allow that because he does this whole Sakht Londa thing.
Yeah.
And what is that? Is that a single man? What does
Single
Sakht
man.
mean?
I'm yeah.
Okay, that's all it
How do we
means.
translate that?
It's like a- It's like a
This is above the
it's like
capacity
a
of my show.
hard guy. basically.
Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Oh, okay.
Self-sustaining.
Yeah.
A young independent man, basically.
He's the dark web
Jeez.
of comedy. He's gone there. We've lost him.
There was also one more joke that I heard
But
got
I
cut
hope
out.
they didn't. Sumuki, did they do the thing about her not being the thinnest person?
Yeah.
That's so obvious.
Yeah,
That I didn't appreciate. I thought they would like
Yeah,
be a little
Correct.
more.
But I think there were some people whose roast set also was
No,
very
also
good.
the-
Shamik's set was
Shamik's was
ve-
very
banging.
good. Yeah. You
But
had,
these
like, a
comics,
full
This is
support.
Shamik
check them
Dawar,
out.
the famous
Shamik
dancer.
Chakravarti.
Chakraborty.
Also known as Chakravarti in Bengal. Yeah, because just to fit in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's actually the illegitimate son of Mithun Chakravarti, but I don't think
Stop.
that's open out in the open.
Stop there.
But
We've reached a point where they can't take it
oh,
anymore.
it's-
Okay. But how did you watch the entire show, Shreyas?
Devika, I'm also lost. Don't worry. You want to talk cricket in the middle? We can
No,
just.
no, I know this more than
You know this. But the
Yeah.
point being,
189, huh? I think it was 60-61 against England. I think he made over 500 runs in that series.
point
Oh, Meghnad has a good explanation for Saklonda. Chad. That's a good
yeah.
translation. Yeah.
Chad, the country in
It is
Africa.
a Chad. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm woke. I'm
Yes.
in.
Yes.
All right, listen, we have to end this.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
Devika has to make food.
Why are people so mad about the word love story from the Kesaria song? Girish Patil is asking.
Yeah, I
What?
think we should invite Girish to the studio. He's asking too
They
many
do,
questions. I
man.
can't answer all of them, man. He has to sit here and we can take it, as an interview format.
Okay, I would not like to read the next, but Shreyas did read my palm in a show at J Spot, and I would like to express displeasure. I don't know. I think this is a fake profile.
He has this picture.
It's,
It's literally the most authentic
it seems
profile.
CGI. Seems like
we've
a
had.
Photoshop.
Shreyas,
to me.
Saurabh is.
We don't have time. Let's move on to the next question.
Shreyas, what do you mean displeasure? No, so it's not about the content. It's the way you held his hand, you creep. That's what he's saying. You're a creepy man, for God's sake. Why would you? So you have to make
No, I don't.
contact.
No,
You
I,
hold the
of
hand.
course I don't.
They hold
I,
it up.
I use this. I never touch
You
people's
don't
palm.
touch. Yeah.
Of course not.
Be careful, bro.
I
In this
don't.
world. Yeah, I mean, some of them kill flies with that same hand.
Okay, last question.
Yes.
Cyrus, do you think zoos should exist?
No, it's terrible. Cages and all. And the worst part is, I don't know abroad if they do it as well, but in India, growing up, seeing kids throw things at monkeys and hippos and all that. I mean, and nobody stops them. They just pick up stones and they think that's it. That's why, I never liked children. Even when I was a kid, I didn't like children.
You keep your children in a zoo?
No, I should have. Now that these are the mistakes as a parent you make and you regret later. But I don't know. The children are really vicious sometimes. I've never understood that.
What's the
This is
meanest
the-
thing your kids have ever said to you?
Call me mom
That's
because I got a
that
big
mean.
chest. What can I do, bro? These things happen. No kid's fault. Kid is told, man looks like this, woman looks like this. No 37 genders when they were growing up. Next thing they know, I'm the mother.
Yeah,
I also have I don't want to get into the razor story, but I'm hairless. Okay.
right.
That's another thing that throws people because stereotype, man hairy, woman not hairy. My women hairy. Me, no hairy. That's the story. Let's talk about Devika as we pack up again. The show.
Everyone join this epidemic. Get addicted to the pasta.
She'll make her
and the
own ads.
donuts.
I think in future she'll just make her own ads. There's no point, really. Yeah. His heart was in the right place. I'm
Yeah,
so
no,
sorry,
it's okay.
Devika.
I'm
Yeah.
not.
Huh, huh.
I'm not offended. Yeah.
But do check out Toast Pasta Bar.
Is there an online thingy that we can put up?
Instagram.
Instagram.
And
Okay.
it's good because it's not on Zomato or Swiggy. It's on a different website, like a third-party website where you can't order from.
So only the really hip do that.
Oh, for
No,
sure.
Average restaurants are all Zomato, Swiggy.
Because think about how much more it takes to go on a website that's new to order food. Like you
Correct,
have to
correct.
really like the
Yeah.
food, and it is worth it. So
And they
please,
want
please
you
do.
to earn the food. You
Yeah.
should be like that. You should be like the cheetah. You have to run really fast and get your food.
Yes,
You can't just turn up and go, Zomato, so this is much more important. Now that's how you sell a product.
That's how you sell it.
That's ladies and gentlemen, good marketing.
All right.
And that was a show.
That was our show.
Amazing.
Manohar and Manjrekar could have been opening batsmen on Sriraam Park, but instead it's one restaurateur and one palmist. A man dedicated to masturbation. Well played, Shreyas. Well played. Nip, say bye now. Because you're going to get a lot of hate mail and we're going to have to protect you now.
That's fine. I'm a comedian. I'm used to it. But goodbye, everybody. See you next tomorrow.
Unless you're a fly, in which case.
Never
See you never.
My wife suckled my father-in-law's
Wow.
nipples when she was a kid.